Hi, I'm Mr. Maths, and today we'll be going through a Functional Skills Level 2 Maths paper from Highfield Qualifications. This is a full exam walkthrough of a non-calculator paper. Okay, so here are some things to remember when taking this exam. The exam is 40 minutes long and 17 points are available. Remember to show all your workings. And don't panic. There are about 7 questions in this paper. If you don't know one, just move on. Don't get stuck for an extended amount of time on one question. Marks go towards both exams. A pass is between 47 and 49 marks. That's for both exams. So the non-calculator paper is 17 marks and the calculator paper is 53 marks. That's a total of 70 marks. Okay, let's do question 1. In a multi-pack of biscuits, there are 12 custard creams, 12 bourbons, 14 shortbread and 15 digestives. What fraction of biscuits are custard creams? Now this is a really easy opening question, and you can tell that by the fact that it's only 1 mark. What we're looking for here is that we know how to create fractions out of numbers. So all we have to do is total all the biscuits, and that will become our denominator, and the number of custard creams will become our numerator. So let's do that now. So we have 12 plus 12 plus 14 plus 15. Now that equals 53. So that will be our denominator. So how many custard creams are there? There's 12. So that will become our numerator. So that's our answer. 12 over 53. And as you can see, we can't really reduce that fraction anymore because 53 is a prime number. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Okay, question 2. Calculate 6 cubed minus 8 divided by 2. Now, in this question, it's all about knowing your order of operations. So what we'll have to do first is calculate 6 cubed, which would be 6 times 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36, and if we times that by 6, we're going to get 216. And then next, we have to calculate 8 divided by 2. So 8 divided by 2 equals, quite an easy one, 4. So then we can complete the calculation. 216 minus 4 equals 212. So our answer is 212. Again, this is quite a simple one, only 1 mark there, but we've got 2 marks already. Question 3. Calculate the median and mode of this set of weights. Write the answers below. So this is about averages, where I'm being asked to calculate the median of this set of numbers and the mode of this set of numbers. Now, if you've watched one of my videos before, we've done a video on median and a video on mode. So the median is the number that's in the middle. So we put them in order, and then we find the number which is in the middle of this set. And the mode is the number that appears the most. So first of all, let's calculate the median. So we have to put these in order of size. 9, 12, 27, 28, 42, 51, 51, 84 and 90. So let's find out the one that's in the middle of this set. So what I do is I go from either side, crossing them off until we get to the middle. Okay, we've crossed off 4 each side, and the number that's in the middle is 42. So that would be our median. Always remember your units of measure. Now the mode is the number that appears the most. So let's have a look at this set of numbers. Now there's only one number that appears twice, and that's 51. So the mode will be 51 kilograms. Okay, so that's a 2-mark question because you're being asked to do 2 different types of average. Let's move on. Question 4. You volunteer for a charity that provides clothing. You are sending a shipment. 1/6 of the items are jackets, 2/5 of the items are trousers, and the remainder are tops. What fraction of items are tops? Now this question is about adding fractions. So let's write out our fractions first, and then we can add them up, and then that way we can work out what fraction is remaining, and that fraction will be the tops. We have 1/6 plus 2/5. Now when we're adding fractions, we have to make the denominators the same, and that way we can add them clearly. But these denominators are different. So what we do is we find a number that they both got in common. So to make these denominators the same, we find out what number would be in the 6 times table and the 5 times table, and then we can multiply them respectively. That sounds quite complicated, but I'll show you how. Okay, so if we count up in 5s, we will get to 30. Now we know 30 is in the 6 times table as well. So if we multiply 5 times 6, we will get 30. We'll get 30. Okay. Now whatever we do to the bottom, we will do to the top. So we multiply that by 6 as well. 2 times 6 equals 12. Okay. So how do we get that 6 into a 30? We times that by 5, and we'll get 30. And whatever we do to the bottom, we do to the top as well. So 5 times 1 equals 5. See, now we've made the denominators the same. So now we can just add these fractions together, and we get 17 over 30. Now, the question states the remainder of the items are tops. So the remainder of those items would make a whole. Okay, so we have 17 over 30. Now to create a whole, we know we'd have to have 30 over 30. So all we have to do is subtract the numerator from the denominator to find out how many tops there would be. Okay, so 30 minus 17. We take that away, put that there. We have a 3 there. 7 from 10 is 3, and 1 from 2 is 1. So now we know, because if we add that to that 17, it would make 30. Now we know that the answer is 13 over 30. That would be the fraction of the remaining items which are tops. And that's a 3-mark question. So you're going to get your first mark for recognising that there are fractions and that you have to convert those fractions so the denominators are the same, and you're going to get another mark for working out the remaining number of tops. Question 5. You are sending another shipment containing 200 pairs of shoes. There is an equal number of men's, women's, boys and girls' shoes. For each there are 3 different sizes of shoes, small, medium and large, in a ratio of 2:1. You pick one pair of shoes out of the shipment at random for a quality check. What is the probability that that pair of shoes you pick out is a small girl's pair? Okay, so we have 200 pairs of shoes and there is an equal number of men's, women's, boys and girls. So that's 4 there, so we're going to divide the 200 by 4 to find out how many are in each category. If I show you, you're going to have 200 divided by 4, and that's going to equal 50. So let's do our categories now. I'm going to put the categories on here. So we've got men's, women's, boys and girls. Okay, so 200 divided by 4 is 50. So each category has 50. For each, there are 3 different sizes of shoes, small, medium and large, in a ratio of 2:1. So if we divide that 50 by, we've got 2:1, so 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. If we divide that by 5, we will get 10 for each number in the ratio. So if we just do this, 2 plus 2 plus 1 equals 5. So we're going to divide 50 by 5, and we know that's going to be 10. But to find out how much is in each part of the ratio, then we times that 10 by each number. So if we write out our categories, we've got small, medium and large. So small, medium, large, small, medium, large, small, medium, large, small, medium, large. 2 times 10 is 20. 20, and then another 20, and another 10. 20, 20, put some commas here, and another 10. And they're all the same here, so another 10, and this is for the girls group, 20, 20, and another 10, okay? Put a comma there, so it looks like a fraction, but it is a comma. And the answer is, you pick one pair of shoes out of the shipment at random for a quality check. What is the probability that the pair you pick out is a small girl's pair? So here, the small girl's pair will be 20. So you have 20 chances out of a possible 200. Probability, you'd always write it as a fraction. Now we're going to reduce this fraction down to make it the smallest fraction possible. So the first thing I would do is just divide it by 10 each on top and bottom. So you get 2 over 20. And you could divide that by 2 as well. So divided by 2. 2. You're going to get 1 over 10. So the possibility of pulling out a small girls pair is 1 in 10, and that's a 4-mark question. There's a lot going on there, but you're going to get points for each section. You're going to get points for recognising that you've got to divide that 200 by 4. You're going to get points for recognising how the ratio works and how much you have to divide each section by, and you're going to get points for working out how much is in each section. And obviously, again, for simplifying the fraction, you're going to get a point as well. So that's where all the marks come from, roughly. Question 6. You are creating an advert for a billboard on the side of a building. Below is a diagram of the space you have available on the building. What is the total area of the space you have available for the advert? So this is a compound shape, so what we have to do is sort of cut the shape into sections to work out the area of individual sections, and then add those up to get the total area. So what we need to do is draw on the diagram for us to be able to work this out. So what we have to do is find sort of square shapes and rectangle shapes so that we could find the area of those, and whatever's left we can work that out at the end. So if we look here, this is 7.5 meters here, look, 7.5 meters by 4 meters. That would be this shape here. We draw a rough line down here. So we have to disregard this number for the second, because now we know that this whole area here is going to be 4 times 7.5. There is a point there. So now we have to work out this square here. It's roughly a square. So if we look along here, we've got 4 meters going across here. At the bottom we've got 6 meters. So this part here will be the difference between the 6 meters and the 4 meters, which is 2 meters. So this area here would be 3 meters. 3 meters times 2 meters. So we know how to calculate the area of all of this section, and what we're left with here is this triangular shape here in the corner. So we've got this triangular shape here to work out. Now we know that to calculate the area of a triangle is the same as the area of a square divided by 2. So we know that this line here is going to be the same as this length here, which is 2 meters. So I'll write that down here, 2 meters by. So now we have 3 meters going this way, but the total length is 7.5 meters. So this length here, if I just put an arrow here, is going to be the difference. So 7.5 minus 3 would equal 4.5. So it's going to be 4.5. Draw that point there, meters. And then we're going to divide that all by 2 to get the area of that triangle. Okay, so now we've got all our working out, we can do the calculation. So firstly we have 4 meters times 7.5. So we could just do 75. We'll put the decimal place in at the end, times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 7, 28, 29, 30. And it's 1 decimal place, if you see. So that'll be 30.0. So that's for our first rectangle. Then the second one was, let's put this here, let's put brackets here. The second one was 2 times 3 meters. Put little meters here, don't forget, which will be equal 6. So then that will be 6 meters. So we've got our second rectangle. So we've got 30, we've got 6, that'll put 0. And lastly, our triangle, which is 2 meters times 4.5 meters. Put that there. So we'll do 45, we'll put the decimal point in the end, times 2. It's going to be 90. And then 90 divided by 2. So 90 divided by 2 equals 45, or 4.5, okay? Because it'd be 9 divided by 2, 4.5. So we're going to add that on. So we add that 5 there, we'll bring our decimal place down. 6 and 4 is 10 plus 0, so that would be 10. Bring that 3 down, plus that 1 there, 4. So we've got 40.5. So our answer would be 40.5 metres squared. Question 7. The company selling the billboard is offering a discount. The regular price of the billboard is £620 per month. They are offering a discount of 12.5% from the regular price. What is the new monthly cost? So what we have to do is calculate what 620 is minus the 12.5%. So first of all, we have to make that 12.5% a decimal. Now this will be 0.125 as a decimal. Now to calculate a reduction, what we'd have to do is take 0.125 off of 1, and then you will be left with 0.875. Now all we have to do to get our answer is multiply the 620 by the 0.875. Effectively what we're doing is we're lowering each pound to 87.5p. So what I would do is I'd do a long multiplication and then put my decimal places in at the end. So we'd have 620 multiplied by 875. Remember, that's 3 decimal places I'm going to put in at the end. Okay. 5 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10, so we'd have a 0 and a 1 there. 5 times 6 is 30, and we'd have 31. Okay, now we're going to go to the 7. I like to cross this out so I know I've done it. Put a 0 in. 7 times 0 is 0. 2 times 7 is 14. We've got a 1 there, a little tiny one. 6 times 7 is 42, 43. Cross that one out. Now we're moving on to the 8, so it's 2 zeros here. 8 times 0 is 0. 2 times 8 is 16. Put a dot there. And 6 times 8 is 48, 49. We draw a line here. Then all we have to do is total up the amount. 0, 0, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus the 4 is 14. And 5. Then we have 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3. So there's our answer. So our answer will be, after a reduction of 12.5%, you are left with £542.5. So £542.50. I've been Mr. Maths. Please like and subscribe.